Good morning, everybody. Before we get started, two thank yous. First of all, I'd like to thank the Chamber and the sponsors for putting on this amazing event. It's something that we look forward to being able to participate in on a monthly basis, a lot of us here. So a big round of applause for our Chamber for putting on this amazing event. The second group are our families that are here. You're about ready to, and you can see it already, you're experiencing something that's very special. It's something that kind of reinvigorates us because you hear some not so great things maybe about the generation that's come up, and it's completely, well, it's not true. And you get to see why it's not true, and you get validation on why it's not true and why we're actually going to be in much better shape as we move forward because of the young leaders we're developing. So congratulations to the families and to the students who have won this award, and to the future students over here, a rising star in 2035, whenever that's going to be. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Jose Hernandez, and I got to know Jose because he interviewed for a job at our school. I know that's weird. It was for an English project, and he was practicing an interview, and I was ready to hire him, except I don't think I was really allowed to. And he was an amazingly poised young individual who really did his research, really did his hard work, really began to make me think, man, if I sat in some of the teacher interviews that we were looking for, and they prepared the way that this young man did for just a 10-point project in his English class, we know that he's going to be successful. He was nominated by a number of teachers, and he really epitomizes what we're trying to do at Guajome when it comes to developing an innovative mindset. It's not just about making stuff, it's about seeing stuff that is already created and making it better. And Jose has a lot of ideas, and he's going to do very well in the future. I'm not going to talk anymore. I want to bring Jose and his family and Ms. Redoville, his teacher, up, and they can share a little bit more. Come on up, guys.
Okay. I have no idea where to begin. I'm honestly, my name is Jose Hernandez, actually. I'm 17 years old, even though I might not look like it. But I am very honored and grateful to even be up here and presenting in front of all of you on behalf of my school. I am actually here accompanied on this very cozy Friday morning by my family and closest loved ones, and not to forget Ms. Redoville, whom which to me is a sincere, loving, and mentor and teacher. I want to start off by saying that I am not your average Joe. I love and I have a great passion for soccer, but also have a great passion for art and technology. With art specifically, I strongly believe that everybody can draw no matter what you got to say to me. If you really try, you can. Art shows a lot about who you are because everybody has a unique style of writing, typography, and calligraphy that when somebody actually gets to draw something and expresses themselves and put their ideas onto paper, it says a lot about someone. To go off of art, I was fortunate to be able to have my art displayed at the San Diego County Fair twice, and I've won first place. And a fun fact about it is that I actually got to work at the San Diego Fair in the art exhibit, and I actually had the chance to display my art in front of thousands of other art pieces and go to work every single day and see it there. So I'm pretty happy about that. I got introduced with graphic designing and web developing, and to me it was amazing that I could actually use my artistic skills that I've gained over the years and apply it into a technological setting by making logos, for example. And with web developing, I was astonished that there's many ways that you can actually make money online, and I just wanted to go into this right away. And I felt the only way that was necessary to actually get into this was to do it myself and to actually put it into a realistic setting. And so just 2 months ago, I actually made my website. And it has to do with affiliate marketing, which is a little e-commerce thing, and it's too complicated for me to actually get into it, so I'm not going to get into it. But I did that, and I feel that I want to continue expanding and growing and learning more things because the internet it opens a gateway for so much knowledge, and I feel that knowledge is something that no one can take away from you, but you can only expand from it. I'm honored to say that I can actually speak 2 languages fluently, and I have been taking German for 4 years. This is my 4th year, so I'm pretty confident to say that I can speak German. I want to continue learning new languages, and my next language would be French, because why not? This opens many opportunities to speak with other people, get to know them, and get to know their cultures, and this actually makes you gain a deeper understanding for your own language as well, because you can see how every other language is interconnected, and also you can see the differences with it. And because of this, I want to continue my higher education with Palomar, because I actually am taking a Palomar course that we're fortunate to have at our school. It has to do with coding, so it's perfect for web developing. And I want to continue 2 years with Palomar, and after that, transfer to Platt College, which has graphic designing and web developing. And that's about it. So thank you very much, especially for the Vista Chamber of Commerce, the Rising Star, for having all of you here, and Brightwood College, of course, for hosting this special event for all of us. Thank you very much for your time.
Hi, good morning. I'm Mrs. Friedevelt, and I'm listening intently to Jose myself, because I had him last year in my graphic design class, and this is like a pinnacle moment for us teachers in the room, where you don't get to see full circle. You get to see your student often for a year, and then they maybe come by and say hi. Usually they're too cool when they get to the next grade level and they don't come by again. But Jose, to hear him up here talking to you this morning, I'm like, wow, I didn't realize graphic design had such an impact on you, and that you're thinking about pursuing more in the future. So I'm super stoked to hear that. He came into my class, I think, really itching to learn Photoshop and Illustrator. We teach an entry-level graphic design class, but we start the class off with a lot of background in art history and the elements and principles of art and design. And a lot of the students come in and they start off and they're like, well, defeated, because we're not just playing on the computer like they hope to. But I watched Jose bloom even in that environment with what he brought in with his art background himself, and the poise that Mr. Humphrey expressed, because the very beginning of the year, and my students right now are getting ready to launch this project, but we do a history of graphic design project where the students are assigned a period of art history and design history, and they have to research it and bring the information to class and share it out with everybody. And when Jose and his partner, who happens to be here this morning too, stood up to present, it just sort of blew my mind. I think you were like the second group up, and he took the bar that the rest of the class was at, like right here, and he just elevated it. And even to this day, I still remember how he took something, Gutenberg and the printing press, and made it really alive to the students by bringing in Relia. Like, he had actual slugs that he brought in. He went and researched and brought things and passed it around and engaged the students, instead of just typically what a lot of students do is they're uncomfortable and they sort of stand back and they present the information. But he engaged the students and wandered the classroom, and his presentation style was extremely poised and extremely informative. And he wants to do great things, and you can tell that he doesn't just want to he wants to share what he knows, not just know it himself. And I think that he's going to be doing a lot of that in the future with this web design. And he popped in the beginning of this school year with all these ideas and about what he's going to do to make money now. And that's always exciting and encouraging when you see a student take something and really own it. And I think Jose's doing that, and he's going to do great things in the future. Thank you.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jose Hernandez. I want to thank everyone for today's celebration. Like many of you here today, I feel proud of my son's accomplishments. He's my hero. I know that he will continue to succeed in whatever he applies himself in. The sky is the limit when our youth are hardworking and determined. I want to give my personal thanks to the Chamber of Commerce, Rising Stars, and of course, a special thanks to Brightwood College for hosting this special event, and for Guajome for select my son. Thank you very much, and God bless America.